Hey friends, new plant video. I have my glasses on, but I'm taking off because it's just too much reflection from all the lights. I had to come outside because my dogs had to go outside. So we're in the garage. It's kind of cold. What was I saying? Oh, and yeah, like in January, it could be like negative 30 or 40 degrees below zero. So no, there's no way I could be out here gardening. Nothing would even possibly live at this point. And if you haven't watched a bit, I know all of a sudden you're like, what do you mean that cold? Where am I at? I moved to Wisconsin. It'll be a year very soon that I went from Texas to Wisconsin. Yes, over 20 hours away. I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm here. Anyway, a little update. The past year I've kind of done little bits and pieces of very short videos that really didn't amount to much of anything compared to a lot of these gardening channels on YouTube, because I have nothing to share. I pretty much went from a backyard in Texas that had nothing as well besides a shed, and totally redid it. And I was out there all the time. I had that backyard. Well, I know I could have had it fuller than it was, but it was pretty garden intense if you've been watching for a while. And so now here, I moved, so I went from zone 9 to zone 4. And up here, it's really different. We're talking maybe start planting your garden late May, early June, and by August-ish, September, it's really a short, small window of when you can garden up here. And I have to make a little bit of changes in order to do this channel all year round and to make it to where I can enjoy it, because do I miss a year-round garden? Yeah, it's different. So here's where we're at. I'm in my basement. Yeah, you can see basement, but hey, it's really cool. Like, it's big area. And a year ago, my husband and I bought a flower and gift shop, which comes with lots of flowers and lots of plants. And what I'm currently doing is we got a lot of plants. Not meaning that I could have a lot more plants, but there's quite a few plants down here, and I'm trying to propagate and grow my own plants so I don't have to constantly go to a wholesaler to buy my own plants. And just starting to do that. So we're gonna see how successful I can be with spider plants, pothos, and monsteras, for those 3, and just kind of buy here and there some unique plants and see what I can do with those. So we have plants, and secondly, you know how I love aquatic and fish, and I had a really nice 100-gallon stock tank pond filled under a patio, filled with lots of plants and flowers surrounding it. No, it's empty, sitting in my garage. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to bring that down here. We're going to get it set up. We're going to have a nice setup like we did in Texas, and it will be down here going. We will get it set up. We'll get the water going and get the tank where it's cycled enough to add fish, and so we'll do that with you as well. What else? Yeah, we're gonna also grow some things here, starting inside, and then once it gets nice, beautiful, and warm, we'll plant what I'm gonna do outside. I honestly don't have any idea what I'm gonna do yet on the outside. there's kind of, with my work schedule, things are changing more now to where I'm going to have more time to finally be home and do this stuff, where before I had hardly no time at all. So that was pretty exhausting. So that change will be nice. So let's go through what I brought today. I bought 2 new plants today, and then I did bring some plants from the shop that are not in very good condition. Yeah, so we're gonna have to fix those because they're not really good. So sometimes you just get those plants that you're like, they're not doing really good, and you gotta give them a little extra attention. So here we go. With it being so cold, it's really hard to transport plants, and so I have to cover them in bags, make sure my car has been started nice and warm, and we transport them that way. Okay, here's a pothos that I actually started on my own, but then it needs water. It needs water bad. We'll go ahead and get some water on that. I think I might have some back here. No, we gotta fill it up. We'll get some water and we'll add that. Here's a spider plant. This one's actually not too bad. It's already potted, and I brought this one home, but I thought we're just gonna bring it home and yeah, we'll add another plant. I thought I had another one in here somewhere. Oh, I do, okay. So this one I was actually growing in water. I don't know if it's gonna come back okay. It's a cactus, Christmas cactus. So we need to go rinse this out real good and add water. It's so bad. Then I brought some, please don't break, little vases home that I'm gonna put my roots, water and then roots in these. I have some curly willow upstairs that I'm gonna add to those. Now for the new plants. Look at this one, a little pink. And this is called, yep, I need glasses. Anthurium, Anthurium. Reminds me of a peace lily or spath. And we're gonna try to take this one, let it grow for a little bit, and then start splitting it up. The second one was a little different. I've seen them a few times here and there. Look at this. This one is a phyllo ring of fire. Pretty cool. It already looks like I could probably split it into 2, but we're not going to do that quite yet either with this one. And lastly, I'm like, well, Jill, what are you doing with this one back here? I brought this one home too from the shop, my little snake plant. Oh, that was work. Okay. I had this one at the shop for a year, and this one actually came with the shop when I bought it, and nobody bought it. Yeah, so we're gonna see what we can do with this one, and let's try to propagate it, put it, some nicer pots, because it's just in this pot here. We'll see what we can do with it. That's what we got. And then I'll show you something else. So I have two cuttings from my Monstera plant, and we are on day 2. So we're watching to see if, when we finally get some roots. I don't know if you can see that a little bit there. I have one down below, a bigger one. A lot of new shoots on that one, and then I have one in my corner here. If I turn it around, right there, and that one was upstairs in my living room, and it got to a point of, do I have a window anymore, because it was really starting to go crazy. And I had one at the shop that's down here. It's not as full or big, and I brought that one home last week. So that's it. I'll give you more of a tour as we go. Right now it's just, just a basement with concrete brick wall that I want to paint, and the floors just like your tile floor, and up above you see that, but I want to get it to where it's pretty cute, and it's a little work in progress. I'll share that with you when that comes time to painting and decorating and all that fun stuff. But just kind of trying to have life slow down a little bit to where I can enjoy things a little more right now, and that's finally happening. So I just wanted to touch base, talk to you guys, and let you know where we're at. Hope you follow my journey. My dog's barking upstairs now, so I need to go see what he's up to. See you later. Bye.